Hello, hello. Your name is Hedjo, which is Heyo, shorty. Hey, Crazy Magnet. Hey, Zask. Hey, Blue Cat. Hey, Tuzador. You spelled my name wrong. Hey, Lionheart. Lionheart Richard Anakin. it sounds like one of those fake baby names my uncle would threaten my auntie with when they were having a kid. What are we looking at here? Haven Pearl. It's kind of funny, picking Pearl. They did not expect a Pearl pick here, did they? Oh, they might have done. So, General just targeting the weak side of EDG with the Pearl pick. Did opt to go for split. Haven or bind. EDG picked into one of M8s' better maps. They couldn't go Corrode, I guess. Oh. Huh? Oh, EDG band split. Corrode was wide open. And they didn't go for it. Did EDG fuck up this veto? I think they might have done. I think I would have taken Mitch to Corrode. Hello everyone. Hello Fanta. Hello Gamer. Gamer Elmo. How you doing? Spring came to Berlin and it's just great. I'm not buying this Berlin propaganda. It's getting warmer here. Although today I have my window open and it's like, well, my blind's wide open. And it is very frosty. I can't see outside at all. Siggy was suffering massive cortisol spikes. Yeah, I saw. I was hoping you would do the TL versus Fnatic prior to that T1 game. That play looks very interesting aggro, but I wonder if it's going to work high level. This is my take, with only watching a little bit of that game, is that the aggression against other teams won't work as easily because Fnatic were caught completely off guard, and for whatever reason, Fnatic sometimes aren't the best at dealing with aggression. The second thing is the plays will now be obvious. And I think their comps will need to be better well-rounded. Like, the Waylay Neon is really, really strong. But rounding out the comp so it's not Sky. Like, I don't like Sky. I don't think Brimstone is amazing. Rounding them out a bit more to be a bit better would be better. And just making more consistent playbooks around the Waylay Neon. I don't think it's even worth VOD reviewing them because they never scrimmed this comp before. It was literally just run it Fnatic with a few new ideas. I think if they can cook up some fresh stuff with a more well-rounded comp for this event, it'll be interesting. And I don't think it's necessary for me to VOD review before then. Okay, right, I'm going to look into the VOD a little bit. Haven map 1.
The former Gentlemates. I'm so excited for this to start on Haven as well.
My headset's broke, by the way. So if you see it's like flapping off my ear, it's because it's broken. I am not answering questions unrelated to this VOD anymore. We're locking up.
Also, two very different play styles.
Yeah, and I really want to touch on that, and I think even...
So we do get Kong Kong Chamber, which I think is strong. I am starting to think that a lot of these teams just shouldn't be playing Viper, though. I just think that a lot of these teams just don't get enough value from Viper juicing out. Their macro understanding isn't high enough. I would just play double Judas for a lot of these teams. We're gonna put a bit more of an emphasis on mates because they won this game. So interesting that mates see Garage as a weakness to use as a fake. It looks like to maybe pivot B, and then EDG also realized that they could. It's a very weird pistol where they both kind of anti-shot each other in a weird way, or accidentally.
Seen elsewhere, trying to find a little space towards
It's the kind of pistol that comes out if you scrimmed each other accidentally. But I don't think that's the
engagement
case.
firmly. Controlling G, nobody's around Martin as well.
Okay,
Mini
not looking great so
aggressively
far for
into
mates.
front of sight here. Mate's already going to be called upon in terms
I
of
don't like a pistol where the intention is fake this and then use it as potential pivot B. I think that's a pretty bad idea. I think
recovery here. Chichu getting very interested.
B is not somewhere where I want to pivot into. I'd rather use B to pivot somewhere
They've
else.
got numbers to play with and a real tone to set in my mind. As he's looking for opportunities, yes, the front line of Martin's a thriller to look at, but that many did some incredible work so far.
It's like, yeah, I can see it already with EDG. It's like they have full positional advantage. They are fully boxed around mates. And look what their idea is. Like, I think that this shot is fine. He needs to be running. Nobody gets a kill. But now look at their decision making. 4v2. We're about to have a flank and a flank. What do you think these two players are doing? They're fucking fighting still. If they catch an opening onto these players and then you can push through, the flank is irrelevant. Like, we should just let these players cook, you know? I don't know if it's stress that causes them to just like simplify and just say, oh, we're gonna face no matter what, and then we don't have to make actual decisions, or they just don't understand. Why did I stop coaching? Because I don't want to. It was making my life more miserable than what it should be. Coaching is hard.
We'll find out those answers throughout the series as Kung Kung still up for a bit of a brawl and takes Martin down very low. Yeah, that's HP does actually have a scope.
Coaching is very hard if you want to do it to a high level, or you want to. If you want a consistent chance at winning a trophy, coaching is very hard.
Very paranoid that Mace are going to sit behind this.
I'm surprised.
Bippo. 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 I think Bippo is a name you could say very British. Bippo. Bippo's got an outlaw. That's how FNS would do Boaster's impression, by the way. Bippo's got an outlaw. That's me doing an impression of FNS doing an impression of Boaster. What? What? Sorry, that's actually watch. They do lose this round, right? That's whatever. We can accept that.
It gets a bit dangerous. It's still way better weaponry. Still got shields. Still got, well, I was going to say util. Not too much of that.
I don't really love the idea that an Omen is just gone here. Behind the Viper wall. In front of the Viper wall.
Looks like he wants to try and clear in.
Kang. Just stand here, my bro. Just stand here.
Oh my word, is this really the answer? Back a little slow, a little behind the curve, EDG. Do you think you can hold it all yourself on that side?
Kang made by far the biggest mistake there. That's my 14th best player at Santiago right there. Re-clearing garage with an outlaw.
The start of things, he was already taken down. Mental
impact. I wonder now if EDG was rattled a little bit by that round two, but three-player stack here towards C, and Genomates no secrets about this on the way in.
Yeah, they're pretty direct in this one, and Starzo going to continue on. This is a very light. It's not that for a bit. That reaching on this
in the next few rounds here on their defensive side. Mate's now switching things up.
1A. I mean, they do 2-1. They're doing a 2-1-2 default, so the 1A doesn't really matter.
Something again I think Sideshow was kind of alluding to was also the tempo that we've seen the mates play with, that kind of very high tempo, very fast pace, high pressure, but they can sit back into a slower pace as well, kind of really play and toy with those expectations.
That's so funny.
Nobody's still going to invest the drone here. Again, EDG.
Look how much util. Look how many resources mates get out of you. They do a normal default. And then what do they throw for an exec? A Euro clone. They put a Euro clone out and 2 stars. It gets out a fuel cycle, a recon, and 2 rotations. And now a drone, and a spit, and a smoke. This is how you play against. You remember when Platcha was saying like against all gamers, I would just fake. They don't even fake. They just put some like fake pressure on. They put out a clone and 2 Astra dissipates. And again, recon, Viper fuel cycle, 2 rotates, Sova drone, spit, smoke. It's like they have no. It's because they just don't. If you play behind this line, you get no info. If all your team is stuck behind this line, how else are you supposed to operate? You don't know what's going on. You end up putting 7 pieces of Yuto down for a Euro clone. It's really nice from Gentlemans though. The drone re-clear is nice. It does get Kung back onto an angle, and now we're gonna see an interesting double pump fake. So like that was the first pump of the fake. Now we're gonna see this as like the next fake, and then they're gonna go A. Sometimes these ideas are overcooked, but you can see the intention, right? So first attempt is to make it look like a proper fake. Now we're gonna really drag you to it, and then these should be able to walk into A. These fakes, this is the difference between a fake in a ranked and a fake in a pro player. It's like a fake in ranked is hard because you can't fake. How do I explain it? They've already got control, and then they're going to do their fake, which means that they don't have to walk from here all the way out to here. They already have control. Whereas in ranked, like sometimes the fakes can be hard on certain maps because they expect you to be able to fake, like they'll fake C and go A. And it's like, well, how do we go A? We got to go from here to here without being spotted for our fake to work. Whereas Gentlemates are doing get control, then do our fakes, you know?
Lovely adaptation, right? We saw this late pivot towards C. There wasn't the same re-clear on A. Look at this. EDG are lapping this one up. So Mini once again gets to slip. Look, lovely adaptation, right? We saw
crazy. The fake ain't even a fake. It just becomes a lurk. That's how, because this wall, like, because there's no, look, like, even here, Kong gets the line and TP's out. That's crazy.
Right, we saw this late pivot towards C. There wasn't the same re-clear on.
I'm very glad I highlighted China's lack of defense fundamentals when I did that Platcha episode, because this is the kind of round in which you see it. This is nice though. The fact that they got the lurk kill is great, and then the fact that they're pushing out now, this is very good. This is very winnable now.
Very close in the backlines here. Glyph now turning his attention, but he'll be able to slip into sewers here.
But the cracks are there.
Okay, Paranoia finds nothing, so still very much shouldering up on CT. Good trades from EDG, and a better follow-up from nobody. Takes away Stars out, EDG clearing.
Okay. Mini's lurk, I think he thought that the player moving away from C was the C anchor. I think he thought this player was the C anchor, maybe. I didn't expect one to be here. But to be fair, I wouldn't expect one here after what happened. His wall is helping mates more than EDG. No. This is my favorite wall on the map. Well, variations of this wall are favorite walls on my map, on this map for me. EDG's lack of defense aggression is what fucks them there. I like this, killing the camera. I don't love them just playing 1A every round. Like, mates don't have particularly the best opener possible. Like, in the modern Valorant, there's no breach, and so you don't... You should be contesting A lanes a lot more, I feel like. I don't want to just gift A lobby for free. A lobby's been gifted for free again. And so now we have control of, once again, of nothing.
key to remove
Like, I'd prefer to have a little bit of a scrap over here if there's noise, and then start getting Aggie.
some of that comfort for Mini as well, in terms of not allowing him to lurk around. No ping there.
That's a very fucking ominous couple of comments. Morning, I just had a crazy ass stream. ... Next comment. How are you feeling? That's very ominous.
No ping there. Martin slipping.
This could be a hell of a way to open it up, but that was
I don't want to be in you guys' dreams, please.
with stuff like that against EDG. We can make something of this still. 3 players on the A site. That's a lot of bodies to try and get through. And Mates have
And once again, the over rotation, so
none of it. They're on the run.
We'll try and get ahead of Smoggy here in transition. It's a little bit of a gap to close. Rotation coming through from EDG, but Smoggy on the side here. Smoggy's keeping across.
He has Hunter's Fury.
they're there in
as well,
time
so
though.
having to dip, dodge, and dive between all of this, but they're playing hard.
Dip, dodge, and dive. Nice, Pansy.
Yeah, City's here
Dip,
as well.
dodge, duck,
And that's gonna
dive,
give it
and
away a lot of the
dodge.
game, and they're gonna try and clear back sight. EDG once again having none of it.
What? See, I think EDG win this round if CB doesn't do what he's about to do. They're actually in a really good spot. Oh god. Yep, fuck you. I'm gonna int. Bippo. Yeah, int city.
It'll be a little frustrating again because I'm expecting Mace to clear back. So as soon as the paranoia comes through, there's the Hunter's Fury. Great work from Gentle Mates once more. Yeah, Kung tour de force in hand now. Smoggy gonna feel the heat once more in the early round.
He's been put through his paces so far, hasn't he? And they are close in that smoke. Looks like it's going to be a burst towards backside. He is going to be caught in that stun though. Smoggy, do you get to live? Do you get to keep your life? CB is going to be trying to fight for you. Mates just scaling up a little carefully here, but backside is no longer safe.
Jishu stacked up though.
Mate, mini again.
Now that's just shocked off. Gonna land onto Smoggy.
Oh, he once again gets a kill from garage window. That's crazy.
Chichu's head. Okay, I've seen him again, but
I like this little bit of like lull. They start going this way because I like there's 2 backside. And then they get the kills and they're like, oh shit, I guess we'll just sit still for a little bit.
Another situation where they're catching players in rotation. EDG just throw bodies towards sight. Mini capitalizes once more. From garage and Mates call the freeze.
And look at paranoia on Chichu's head. It's like,
Yeah.
Sight. Cool. The Mike, it's here.
And another thing you just question. That's
Adjustment. Hell.
somewhere now. Easy to make.
The timeout, honestly, I would like to see some more A aggression, but I would also be making a massive point of the fact that can we just peek together in fucking advantages?
To be honest with this matchup, it'd be very easy to sit here and talk Martin versus Kung, but here on Haven, I think it's more about the macro that Mates are going to employ that EDG are going to struggle massively with. They don't have enough tools to take the initiative, be decisive here, unless it's Kung swinging left, right, and
How did you use that wall on C? I understand mid and garage, just how did hold C without C long info? Because when you think they're coming into C, you put the wall up, and then you hold for backside. If you want to hold for backside. And then the second idea is that it's very strong for retake. If you're retaking in, and there's no way for them to kill you from these spots, and you can isolate it all out, it's pretty strong. And you can even have a little cheeky cruncher. The unfortunate nature of this meta is that people have forgotten how to play any kind of resemblance of like retake setups, apart from Mates who on defense will go into, because they actually do. And because flooding's become like strong and people think it's really good, and it is good, but they just don't learn, they don't remember how to do the other style. And so like you get Mates going into a game where they're just like, well, we know that you're going to flood every round and playing around it. And on the flip side, Mates a team who actually knows that when to go into retake mode, whereas most teams don't. Like they just will try and do stupid shit constantly.
historically for EDG.
This wall is half retake, half hold.
Is that what we're banking on?
And if it was a bit better, you could help to push, but it does kind of help, but
It feels sketchy as hell,
I think it should go a little bit deeper.
CB not going to get what he wanted at the start there, or uncollected. But Kung trying to be the difference maker.
No check on the cam yet.
He's found a little bit of room. And it's going to be held in place for now.
Room.
And he's going to be rewarded!
That's really bad. If you've got a side, anytime you pass this, you have to check it. Like this should now be. The first thing I'd do if I was Gen mates for reviewing like Haven would be like, okay, we're watching this clip. This is scarred into your brains. You're never going to pass this space without checking. It's not Mini's fault. These timings will always be present.
Still a little cautious in approach.
Even if you're Killjoy, even if you're Cypher. Wait, 4v3. Oh, this was the one where Chi-Chi then peeked out. I was supposed to get annoyed here. Peeks for no reason. So what could have been a 5v3 is turned into 4v3. And then Kong solo walks onto A site. Turns what is up should be a 5v3 into a 3 into a 3v3. Yeah. Stupid. Very fucking stupid.
The safety on this post plant.
Have a TP to safety as well, so the plant's going to be open.
EDG's discipline is non-existent.
Information firmly in Gentlemate's hands here, especially with the neural theft going through.
That. Because you saw that break on the trip behind, so it could have added that additional layer of paranoia, but instantly quelled.
Swoggy going to try and smoke across here.
Retake was good.
Woodham is trying to make them play like how Pacific play with like this comp. This idea is going to take them to just. I just think that this style of comp is such a trap for most teams right now because they just don't understand it, and it's hard to play. Like they just see Gen G running a style like this and just think that they know how to play it, and it's like the reason why Gen G were good wasn't because a lot of the stuff they were doing, even macro wise, in my opinion, it was just. The amount of ballsy aggression that they did despite the comp was the biggest thing on defense.
It's a lot to ask, isn't it? Especially
It wasn't necessarily comp related.
And really, it's not getting play here.
They also held C pretty well with the aggressive orb, but attack side they had some nice methodical calling, but defense was just aggression. The comp needs way too much discipline for EDG to win. See, that's not true. That's what but that's not true. It doesn't need so much discipline. Like, if Gen G played the comp without, like, with a lot of aggression, and any comp needs discipline. If you're in a 5v3, there's no difference between the 5v3 with a Viper comp and a 5v3 with a Judas comp. If anything, like, well, there is a little bit, but it's like it's not the win. It's not the point. Like, you're in a 5v3. So can just hold from CT or what? It doesn't matter. Like it literally like it doesn't matter. Like I don't care what decision is made here, as long as it's together and you're not giving individuals duels. I couldn't give a shit what they decide. There probably are optimal ways to play this, but I would never coach. If my team was like do it in a 4v3 here, I would very rarely like be annoyed if they made a decision that was like, oh, we're gonna stack C, or oh, we're gonna play 2C, 2B, and we're gonna flood between. Like, I don't really care what they decide here. I'm more concerned if they make the blunder. Like, this isn't ever gonna be a situation we see ourselves in commonly. So like, if they make a plan that makes reasonable sense on paper, which isn't going to C 1B 1A, then I'm not going to be annoyed. What should they do? Just play together. Like, it's that simple. Like, if I was the if the question is if I was the caller, what would I call here?
And he's going to be rewarded. They still make anything else happen. You're looking at B post progress here. He's got.
I think it's too this timing's too early. We can't get to A. I think we could do like the safest option is just to say center map at this point, and then start pushing out potentially. But we can't get back onto A site. We can get back onto C site, but A is most likely where they end up. So probably stack center map
Even
with
this
the
is
intention of pushing out again, maybe.
That's why mates are so good at flipping.
Back in, operator in. This could be the X factor. I'm pretty sure Kong caught maybe a pixel then on the jump spot. See how long he stays posted on this one, but for mates, they've got to be reading the economy, understanding there's a high chance this is in effect. What's the plan? It's looking like pressure B. It feels simplistic, but it feels like maybe the right option. Do they split garage? Can Chichu handle?
Why is Chichu not putting his Viper ult down?
Catch the first glimpse. Can he stall this out?
Martin's just a TP in. It's a free plant here. They're going to be able to reset as well. No pressure into the back.
No garage tree clear at all.
And Starzo. I like this. How late does he play it? You can see Smoggy's consideration. He's worried about this. Even a deeper flank from Mini. They're leaving it quite light on the B site. This could be a bit sketchy, but hard to play retake with that operator. Martin, there he is. That's what you don't want to see here for an EDG fan, is him starting to come online. Can mates still hold this down? I think they can. Look,
I mean, they just don't. They don't have a Viper ult strat. They don't have a Viper ult strat. Neon started B-Link for some whatever reason. Almost, I don't understand the intention of the setup at all. Also, I don't know why can't I want to go long. I guess maybe it's because they were using this smoke before, and this is the first time they've used this smoke. Maybe I don't know. It's Gen G pit. This one.
Can Chichu handle what's coming his way? Mini on the shoulder. Catch the first glimpse. Can he stall this out?
Or is it this one? Okay. Yeah. Nice relurks from mates. Good stuff, but my god, EDG. I watched Chichu not use his ult the whole fucking half. Or uses it B, the least important part of the map. But it's become the most important part of the map because EDG have no idea what they're doing. But it is probably one of the worst ults you could do in the game.
Switch things up towards C. Get a good read here with the pit being invested outside.
Now we have to have someone stand B the entire round. You don't really, I wouldn't say mid-rounding. Mid-rounding is attack side. Mid-rounding is attack side calling. It's not defense side. You're basically saying EDG don't have good rotations, which is true. I wouldn't call that mid-rounding. The IGL isn't the IGL isn't calling rotations on defense, usually, like in that way. It's just their subs suck. I don't know how to play defense.
Isn't it? Because you kind of want to try and find Kong, but he finds you first. People are gonna know that. Now with a
It's a nice kill from Kong. The double bait here is quite nice. I don't really understand though. Like their trip placements are usually whack as well though. Like I know it's like weird because they've got the pit here, but like the general idea is to not trip where you are, right? So we put a trip here, but we're going to play judge here. So it's like, maybe it's a nice little bait, but like, in general, it's a principle that I think EDG generally struggle with, is they don't think about where their trip should be in comparison to where their players are. Like, so many times they play 3A with a trip, and they can just, it's like, you just put a trip here, and then play elsewhere on the map, you know? Like, like, it's like they don't realize you can put a trip somewhere and, like, leave that space.
Kind of want to try and find Kong, but they keep control here. Again,
a full drone re-clear here, but nothing, like no reason, if that makes sense. EDG are another one of those teams that would use drones. If you use a drone, like it's like a thought experiment kind of thing. You got 2A and you use a drone. If it sees nothing, does it impact your rotation? Like, usually if a drone sees nothing, it will inform your rotation, right? And in this instance, the drone has seen nothing, and it's not going to inform their rotation, i.e. they're not going to run away, they're going to stay. And so to me, that's like not really a valid reason to drone. If you're going to drone, and if it sees nothing, you're not going to move anyway, it feels weird. on the flip side, obviously, if it sees something, they're gonna stay, and maybe then you get one rotation. But it's like it's not enough valid use. I don't think. Like if I'm droning deep, I want then to actually then
About 50 seconds. And they're looking like they want to make
use that for taking a line or something.
shift away.
It doesn't feel like we need that drone. If we're comfortable enough to be doing jump spots and stuff, like, do we need a drone to do that?
Control it.
He's already jiggled the entire time anyway. It's a pointless drone.
Know that. Where mates can thrive. Now they're gonna note the judge as well.
Like it just in case they've inserted here, I guess. But it's like I feel like this is opportunity cost. You could have this drone later for flooding C or retaking C, or when they actually get info denied.
Ooh, big chip damage, unconfirmed. That's huge. Big damage on CB, so that's a bit rough for him, but they can reset here. Still about 50 seconds. And they're looking like they want to make.
Will you not just play crashes there? I don't know what crashes is. You mean here? Is this crashes?
Have a little bit of space towards A, but certainly still guarded here by EDG.
Wow.
Overly wide on that jump.
Yeah, got a little sketchy. Smoggy is posted up. Oh my god, the timing, bro. Even the audience felt that one. The mates close by, looking like a little bit of a pop on this. Can they hold from the side? EDG looking to try and create these crossfires, maybe still create a bit of a problem. Martin's already taking down nobody. Smoggy is in a hole.
Paranoia and run into the paranoia.
Is he alive still? Kept alive by a couple of smokes. A little bit of a shift through towards backside by Chichu. Can he alleviate that pressure? No! Flick with it. And now Smoggy in response to the corner. Play something in, but mates still tricks.
Get it to obviously open things up. But again, it trade.
Why did they Viper Orb up?
Looking to try and create audience felt that one. The mates close by, looking like a little bit of a pop on this. Can they hold from the side? EDG looking to
Because holding this with two players and nothing around you is pretty bad. Like it looks, because this player's job isn't to fight this. If he does, I think he's dead. His job is to take a timing on sewers.
Potentially finds a kill. He's traded so
Jiggle pixel angle from A long.
out of the round.
I mean, however you want to do your jiggle spot, I don't really care.
Free banking round gap and in their hopes to. Again, they're stacking bodies behind this operator once more. Can mates figure out what's going on in this round?
It seems so similar, doesn't it? The additional adjustment being Bepo's position, maybe? Dedicated and kind of tucked in towards sewer, while we've still got this consideration on the approach. Waiting stack, tucking.
So, like, they got the neon here. Now we have Bree pressure, and this guy can listen for all the rotations now. It's kind of cool that Kankang was able to get here. And it's a bit of a weird dynamic now. But I hope that this probably isn't going to be a straight... If it's a straight B, then this becomes a lurk, but it's a neon alt judge lurk. If they just put a pressure on to hear noise, then Bipo can give info.
That's an issue they're going to have to deal with that they don't know about. Information coming towards the B site. How does EDG prepare themselves?
Okay, nice here.
Again, with GG on a sheriff, you don't expect him really to be posted up. Smokes will lay. He actually eating a chunk there off the shock dart, down to 54 HP now. I think Kankang's still cautious yet. He's outside it. Bepo's actually behind him as well.
Ooh, nice shot.
Well,
But there's more. There's so many more, right? There was
him as well.
ooh,
We should wait for the Viper wall, bro.
shot.
Why is he... He just doesn't wait for Viper wall. There's like no point having a Viper wall.
Scaled up behind that, so they're able to trade in. Jichu is doing seriously well here, making something out of nothing, and maybe there's still a chance. Bullet to the back is EDG, but he's still rapid.
Okay.
They're actually
Nobody in Smoggy with
Okay, finally.
ooh, the challenge.
And it's an easy kill.
Going to Kankang this time. Normally he hasn't had this level of play. It's just not been going his side. Nobody. He got a couple of tags off that.
And we see the
potentially, but
trip
Kankang's
being
still
placed
in control.
here. Chamber here.
Yeah, that's,
Just quickly re-drone, get Neon back on the line and fucking leave.
I have no
Add
clue.
drone.
And Bebo again left
Nice,
a little
okay.
alone.
Now he leaves and we're in a good spot.
Doesn't get cleared by the owl drone, so does he get left to work?
Kankang is unnecessarily
Yeah,
pushing
he does,
up.
but he fails. CB's got him. That's a big hold towards the
So this
inside.
angle looks quite nice.
Back towards him.
Oh, why is he TPing away? What are you guys doing, man? Why? Why can we not just play a 5v3? If he really wants to, Kankang's got a really nice position now. Just let this guy rotate and stack this at the map. If that's how you want to play it, that's fine. But why are we just all rotating, man? It makes no sense.
Now they're reading this as make everything elsewhere on the map. So
Now we're giving up full A control again. They don't start to understand. You don't want to be retaking it, man.
I think he's holding probably towards the backside of default.
3v close. CB might swing on. Actually, no, playing it really cautiously because they've still got Kong.
They get away with it. If no smoke was alive, if there was no smokes alive, then this is fine. Because obviously you can just play Heaven, and you just know you're going to be not smoked off, but that's crazy. They need to gamble. It's a gamble they need to gamble. No, they don't. Why do they need to gamble? And what world does this need to gamble? They have no info. They have full info on A, you lunatic. This guy has full info A. This guy can rotate fast. Why do they need info? Like on C. What? They can gamble by leaving this guy here and rotating across if they want to. Well, they don't need info C anyway. Like even if like these players were all like stuck here, it's fine. You don't need to do anything. Give them C site. You have a retake winners for 5v3.
Enforcing no coverage towards him. Could potentially a 720 of ults to work with. Might just be a lifeline in terms of coming into the second half here, and EDG having a little bit of momentum. Finally,
it's a heartbeat. I'll take that.
Fasty split.
Dreary, but spotted early. Does Kong get to live?
Oh, that is a nice double tag.
Kong on the run. He's being hunted down. He's also going to get Chichu. Kong stays alive on 25 HP, but plays from CT. They've already taken sight. Big tempo shift here from Gentleman.
The trip caught Kong. He jumped out like a lunatic.
Big tempo shift here from Gentleman. Cliff takes away Kong. Spots out more. They're down at only 3.
He'll be trying to get past this trip now, but again, so many bodies looking his way.
Just sheer numbers, sheer
Kind of funny.
Nobody in Smoggy.
Can't play in front of the wall.
There's an army in the way. I don't think
I mean, definitely some rounds there EDG should have won. Mates made like some little mistakes. I like the opening idea from Mates, the like double fake idea. It didn't work though. But...
dig their heels in, basically fight ahead of the execution. So I'm very concerned now.
Yes.
For Mates to end that first half, to just strip away any sort of confidence to carry that across.
You can feel it in here. The atmosphere.
Electric.
We've said it before, we'll probably say it, feel it.
I really wanna. I want like a fucking voice button for when Hypox says electric here. Electric. Electric. You know, in like keyboard lesson in music class, when you got the button that says DJ, and people just spam the DJ button over and over again. I want Hypox saying electric over and over again.
Advantage for Mates there. People are going to do well to be rewarded.
Look at the trap here.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no. Good luck. Have fun. Yeah, absolutely not. Cliff.
Very intentional pistol. Again.
We've said it before. We'll probably say it again throughout this event, but it truly is. Kong wanting to start with a bang already. Spots out one, and sadly, oh, absolutely, they just had the playbook in front of them. Are they? How the hell did they have the so perfect?
Yeah, the pistols have been nice.
Still, trying to make something work with the headhunter here. This is where Martin will start to.
Why did EDG contact towards C after losing the A player? Because they saw players here, which means that they're gonna be stacked A. You're full stacked A, so you should go at C. Which is why Mates have designed the pistol in such a way. They probably saw that Kong a lot in the pistols was being isolated A, and he might be a free kill if you sneak up. And then because you see a lot of people here, Kong's gonna be like, go C, and they've created a trap. The other thing is that they have an Astra, which means playing traps like this is less is safer. Omen can't do this as easily. The Astra has the quick smoke. So like if there is loads of trouble coming in from both sides, you can quick smoke and just push through.
Mates there, Beepo gonna do well to be rewarded. Fun. Perfect.
From Gentle Mates. Got a shield in. Still trying to make something work with the headhunter here. This is where Martin will start to excel. That
It might be anti-strat. I don't know. To me the intention of the pistol was fairly obvious. I don't know if there is a read on the intentions of EDG.
In terms of
really good game here so far from him.
You almost wouldn't want to see Martin come up another opening game.
Yeah, adds a bit of validity to it. As people are going to get that first real committed contact, and actually pressure off the back. They're trying to scale up, but that felt a little out of sorts there. As Mates making light. What
rounds on the attacking side.
1A.
Again, statistically, it's not necessarily weak.
So low buy from Mates.
But the stylistic change is what we're really leaning into here versus Gentle Mates.
They're just praying the EDG into B, which is reasonable in this meta, where everyone seems to want to go B.
And maybe something that's retained knowing what EDG like, maybe a preference. It is, isn't it? Let's be honest. And it also makes it really hard work for CB, who's meant to be that kind of like back line. If all goes wrong with Kung Kung, at least we'll see CB who maybe open up something, but
smoke front B to scale.
Just don't go in the smoke. Go elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't.
Like
waste of a smoke in my opinion.
Moments before disaster happens.
But again, buy round and look what's been achieved so far. It's next to nothing here. We started holding down the fort with the ghost.
Okay, forced off. So
okay.
Somewhat. Do they now pivot away? Do they want to?
They're just doing that is it Gen G thing where they just like create pressure on B and A.
This A side further. I think
realistically, it will get fucked over by anyone pushing C. Because no, you don't care about B if you're smart.
Right, you'd start maybe questioning what's going on, but he's gonna catch Martin. They're still holding, but they haven't fully committed towards a rotation where it's
Ghost catches the head pass. Slowly gonna see.
Ooh, Martin, how far
to sights. Oh, we might see an
hard A5.
Ooh, Martin, how far are we going on this? Because Smoggy's already slipped ahead. Okay, he's got one and he gets away. Going on this because Smoggy's.
I think if I'm Bippo, I go into this angle. I think.
Already slipped ahead. Okay, he's got one and he gets away. But Bippo's lost in the trade.
Or I just fucking bait Martin there probably.
Or do you then slow it down?
I mean, only gonna make post.
I wouldn't mind seeing these two actually just push.
Because Smoggy's already slipped ahead. Okay, he's got one and he gets away. But Bippo's lost in the trade. And now the question
takes to shallow the stars are.
Now Martin could be a problem. Does he get melted in a second with the Uto? I don't think he has yet.
It's nice.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. Melted in a second with
they didn't kill the recon, I guess.
By choice almost. Look has said where Kung Kung.
Christ almighty, it's a bit of melons, but
this round done by
grass early CB. Yeah, I was going to say, you're almost hoping Mates will sit back a little deeper here and rely on what's worked for them in terms of retakes on Haven, but going forward once more, Beepo shut down.
And it's what? Oh, what? Starzo with a bailout. He got two out of nowhere. And it's
what's worked for them in terms of retakes on Haven.
it feels weird to me that they got the op on Starzo with this overall. I would want my, I don't know.
Going forward once more, Beepo shut down.
And it's what? Oh, what? Starzo with a bailout. He got two out of.
I don't hate the idea of just having. If we really want to fight this, just send 4A and put your TP here.
And it's very sitting.
Maybe it's just 50-50 the duel. And because Smoke is dead, Starzo stays Heaven and gets a free kill. Glyph dying there is pretty big. Kinda hard to retake this though.
Exchange of darts. Nobody still on site. Kung behind him by quad. Really gonna just slip up.
Hello, Asian
BT, but
Digizim. Digizim. Hi, well, thank you.
This round, but
Yeah.
from stars though, but it's just so risky. Unfortunately,
Mate rotated who's opening a lot on a defense yesterday. Isn't that just because
it's Kung
on
catching
retakes they juggle? Because they play a lot of retake, they juggle the oop on the retake.
weird positions. These aren't really
Okay, they keep going for it.
having to rely on many plans.
It feels so repetitive in a couple of rounds. How do they reach one away? Feel possible. Make me believe in something here. Flash goes
Oh, that's
in,
unlucky.
and once remaining.
Eco. Right.
Gee, this is a for mates. So just no aggression this time towards A-Long for mates. It'll just be Martin posted up now, up in hand. And potentially get the ball rolling for him.
So we saw this 4 rounds in a row, and now we're just seeing a passive line.
He's close.
I don't actually mind the passive line. It's kind of unexpected after all of the aggression.
I don't know if that Aldron's going to quite make it. It does. So information's there. In the meantime, still working on opportunities. You can see that spike slowly and cautiously heading towards C.
And then we get C push.
I like that.
Yeah, pushing further.
The problem with this C push is I've been asking for this, but it's happening when we've got A line. We have a nice line on A that we know they're not out here. I want to see Mini do this in reaction to losing this A line, not before. Because now he could just easily be walking into 5. And that's what's going to happen.
Cam to playoffs. He's got coverage towards Garage and Long, but
And I think this Cam being open so big. And then nobody has drone anyway.
plenty of bodies here, unfortunately.
So nobody's going to drone us here.
That is the only...
He's all in here.
Yeah, there's no way out. And there's the drone, and he should be...
He gets 1, which is nice, but...
Wildly surprising.
And then we saw Glyph potentially teasing the idea of going in, but doesn't. And now we're retake with an op, and Kang's just like fucking in B site, so it's probably over.
This guy is something of just nightmares in the...
Scott.
Especially with Viper also.
Factor.
Defense floods.
Yeah, so Mate's timeout here. So they've gone aggressive most of the game and they went passive for 1 round. But the I liked the passive. It's just that Mini's reaction didn't make sense. Wait, why am I lagging? Okay. How would you hear the TP of Omen by Martin? By how you don't hear the TP. You don't need to know. You don't need to know.
To give it another go, but EDG start feeling untouchable.
Set up here, EDG again. Happy to sit back in this early default. No aggression this time around, but Beepo gonna take some space behind bricks.
I'm out of here.
Another situation where Mini's not really been able to find much space on the defense.
The call is to go passive A again.
I guess throw their hand.
Hard to get that beat. It's Martin.
And then EDG have this weird orb and smoke. I don't really... I'd have to test it in game to really see what the point of this is. It feels like an over-allocation of resources to B, but... It's an orb that doesn't help with the post plan. Because it doesn't damage the spike, it looks like. And then like a weird one way. I don't really understand.
Challenge. I think it's TV on the other side, just forced off by that smoke. Still wants in though.
What is this orb?
I don't know.
Are they expected to play into that angle as well?
I'm not really sure.
I don't understand.
Nothing towards 8. It's Beepo. And he's got it. That's a good shot. 40 seconds. Tempers his pace, trying to back away. You see the trade there. CV wanted that. He's actually just hunting him down. Pops the ult. This guy wants to go wild.
The anime battle. These guys don't play Quake, man. That's unacceptable tracking. I'm just joking. It's kind of hard to track when you're playing fucking headshot all day.
Did some good damage, but maybe not enough. As
Okay, yeah, that kill from Beepo was everything on long. I like that position with Neon. You can like wall up and get out. You can stun, get out. Now a Cypher Sab A. Not the biggest fan of Cypher Sabs on A, but
They're so aware that mates have been just pressuring this time and time again, but I feel like we're seeing a little bit of switch up now from mates. And with that kind of 1-3-1, we start to expect to know a little bit more.
instant reaction over middle though. At least we're doing something. We're not just fucking sitting back and letting our Sab cook. We're doing something because this Sab ain't that good. So 5v4 and Beepo stays bottom mid.
Is there anything that can tilt this back in EDG's favor? And already
I don't love playing for full retake here with Euro op, but we do have Euro ult. The nice thing about mates is that they do have their retake A. Like, a lot of teams don't have very set retake A ideas, and they play a lot of retake A, or more than you should. And mates probably play it a little bit more than I'd like, but they at least have a fucking retake most of the time. We'll probably see some actual idea here. So we see, yeah, you see, look at this, man. This is like YouTube video worthy, I think. They flash, this flash, he fucks up. I think this flash is literally to open cam. They want to flash to stop the cam being insta broke when it opens. Note how the cam wasn't open the entire time on A and is only open now. Like, these retake cams have been so underutilized by teams. But it's going to clear here, it's going to clear here, it's going to clear here, here, and here. Every single spot. And that informs all of our can inform all of our utility. Astro doesn't need to place a star here or do anything. He just puts a star immediately here because we see. And then we're going to probably have something to happen here. Your ult come out as well, which kind of does a lot of what that camera was doing anyway. And he just isolates the solo ult. As soon as Euro ult's there, nobody needs to get off the ult. But and Neon out of heaven can do stupid shit, like distract all the crosshairs. He did something stupid and got completely shut down though. Where is the Neon wall? I feel like it should have been a Neon wall. Bit weird. And then the op can't come out here. It's a little bit awkward. So it does get down to a winnable situation. I did watch this round. Martin jumps up. It's really nice.
In the chaos there, so hard to keep track of what's going on, but Martin just always
Bipper got accidentally killed by... Wait. Oh yeah, that's so accidental. But I mean, he should have died. Like, someone should have died here anyway. But yeah, that's pure accidental.
God, these two. The reposition is big. Two away from member or two of mates.
The fake A into... That's kind of sick. The A main aggression the entire time is now a Euroclone, but the Euroclone, as seen. If this Euroclone was positioned in a way that it just stayed, it just kept going to like here, I think it'd be cool. I mean, I guess if you're Kangkang, you presume that a Euro is here right now, because why? Like, very few people would clone here and then play B, I guess. So I like this bait. It's like, it's almost like a nice little fake.
Noted. Little exchange. This time no mid slip. At least down towards window. There is obviously Martin's position.
We need a drone out on A. We got no drone. We got no money for a drone. We drone. Oh, we drone at 1:30. I can understand why. We need info, man. Where's our camera gone? Oh, we tried to put it C, it got broke. We don't need this drone. This camera has just been broken immediately. I don't think we need a drone. But I can see why he's running.
down towards window. There is obviously Martin's position.
I'm surprised Bippo's playing up here and not down here with a judge, though.
All post outside B, and EDG starting to stack bodies behind us. Martin is ahead of it though. All post outside B, and EDG starting to stack
What timing is this? Oh, it is about to go.
bodies behind this. Martin is ahead of it though.
Ooh, Martin!
Oh, he didn't have a TP ready.
Oh, that's kind of rough. That's the timing on that is crazy. I think Martin looks stupid, but it's just crazy timing. Then we see this Viper Orb smoke thing again.
Be ready.
Oh, it's a fumble. It's a
Omen TPs into it, and then you have a fast lane to cover him.
That's all that really EDG would need, but Kong Kong's fallen and the B side is not secure. There's bodies here. Sparky.
It's kind of a nice idea, the fast lane double TP.
Do not tell me EDG are done yet. As people
I think this is now, though, like, they've shown this idea once. They now will get anti-shroud. Because, like, I don't think this orb is that useful. Like, you can see it doesn't hit the spike. Unless they plan on planting more forward. Like, you need to plant in this corner, right?
Sheriff and no teammates anymore. One body drop.
EDG hard cleared it on the TP timing, so it was definitely nice. Are you telling me the team that fucking solo peaks on 5v3 anti-ecos has got a hard clear front B timing on Yoru's specific TP? Like, I don't think that is what happened.
Could have been well at now.
I can't underestimate that really. Kind of breaking the line as well.
When that TP is expired, but it's just on an island there. And the fact that CB
Another fake Yoru
sliding
clone
back is just insanity.
for a C push. So last round, Mini had his camera immediately broken here. This round, they know that someone is just peeking here, and so they've called a 3C. Like, I feel like there is intentionality even behind, like, it looks on paper just like a 3C push, but there's a reason why they're doing it. If I was Mini, I would have put this cam again as a bait, and then I would have tried to kill them. Could even have had server ready to ult.
The first time they've dealt with that shot that's posted at the end of C long. Sure he gets posted. It won't necessarily force EDG out of this default just.
He thinks the server is droning from here. It's a nice idea from Starzo. He heard the drone, tries to ult the drone, but they're just not droning from that position.
No connections though. And EDG can't come in the end. No, nothing.
They're clutching at straws, man. But
See, now with the cubby from before, Mini's playing to bait in Martin. So before the drone came in, saw Mini. Now what Mini would do is peek before the drone and break it, and then sacrifice his life, and then they won't hard clear Yoru. That's the idea here.
PG. I'm gonna rush their decision. They're making the right choices. What do you know about that? Just you wait and see what he's up to. I mean, Star's trying to draw eyes on him, right? But
So Star's jiggling. If he sees anything, he'll come into this position to play in front of smoke and to bait in Glyph.
Still curious about the other side.
He's already doing it. Now he goes towards backside, though. I don't.
But while this happens, the A site is under threat. But
It's a recon reaction. Okay, fair enough.
hesitation there.
Glyph can't do this smoke whilst Starzo's here. Why is Starzo running away? Oh, he just doesn't buy this. He thinks it's immediately a fake. He heard them running away.
That's an upgrade.
What do you know about Glyph in sewers with a stinger apparently, and now it gets a bit weird. We're at 20 seconds. Have they overcooked this? Was this the right call? So we got TPs coming into backside.
Nice flood from mids.
Mini on the swing takes down Smoggy. Chichu trying to hold the site 13 seconds. They need a goddamn plant. 10 seconds. It's only CB left alive.
It's not much, but Stars are just playing this position correctly, I think.
And the fact that CB shouldering it and sliding back is
Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. 3 drones.
But while this happens, the A site is under threat. But felt like hesitation there.
Yeah, and then there's the info on this side. It's just, yeah, their info game's not bad. You could play it a little bit better, but okay. So what's the TLDR here? I think Mate's got a little bit unlucky on some of these attack rounds. Like they went for those big fights on A and just got eco snowballed a little bit. So yeah, definitely something they need to look at. And then they did, like, EDG just lack of discipline lost them this, to be honest. They probably, if you ignore this and you just focus here, EDG, and you look at the score, EDG probably should have won this game if you like just isolated a lot of the mistakes here. But I don't really think it works like that. But
they could rely on.
you think Mace had a hard time reading EDG, or the game got close because of Martin's performance? I don't think Martin had a stinker, did he? He went -3. I don't know. I think if people think that Martin's going to be able to put kill record numbers against these teams, so global event, it's like, it's just not going to happen. It's mostly just macro related. It's like they were going for aggressive, like Haven's a gamble map to some degree, and they were gambling for A fights, and they lost the A fights. I don't really consider that like a massive issue. Yeah. I think as well, like, you can see, you could easily make the analysis that Gentlemates should be doing better there, and like they can lose now to better teams, but like it might just be one of those cases where they play Haven again, they just smash 13-6, you know? It's just like those little details might just be like unlucky. I don't know.
Rounds on his own. We didn't see that. It was a 30 is certainly what I'm on. That's how close it got. Can Martin bounce back here?
So EDG, I think, have changed their stars after me flaming. I didn't really see EDG doing these stars very much before.
Is certainly what I'm asking.
Oh no, that's because they're actually going for A main pressure, so they do actually use them.
Individually, I'm not too worried about Kong yet. Maybe I will on the Neon. Let's find out. Smoggy with the first challenge, gonna take.
I think Hong Kong's Neon was very good at champs. I think that his Jet and his Chamber are his best right now. Champs 2024, he was good, obviously, but
towards the B side of the map. Kong getting curious and takes away the head. Bepo's down and looking for some more here. Not really
his Neon's definitely better than his Yoru, though. Okay, a B split. It's just the crimes against pro stuff. Going B split or going down this corridor is like pretty trash. Tiny little choke point. It's not as bad on pistol because like you can't really be like sprayed down, but it's usually not a good idea.
Once again, starts to do what he does best. Gonna find
to be just not something you want to play into versus EDG. Heavy focus towards mid.
I do think Cypher's good on, like, better than people suspect.
Early on here from 8s.
Camry clears Cage, can be solo working this side of the map whilst we pressure this side of the map. Dissipate here to get out middle. Condition dissipate here. EDG though, like I said before, I think I said it on Plat Chat when Shia was like talking about all gamers is saying that they do. No, he was talking about XLG saying that they do play aggressive, and I was like, yeah, they do, but they play. Well, I was like, they just play pillar. This is what EDG does too. If we see pressure here, I don't think he's gonna walk up here. I think he's gonna stay pillar the whole round. It's like China's agreed that pillar is like the best position in the game or something.
Should have a good feel of where Chi-Chi's gonna set up early.
So Redgar was right. He said Gentlemates make their thing work by shooting hard. Absolutely disagree. I think that's pretty weak analysis. I think if you don't think that Gentlemates are actually doing things on the map that are better than the other teams, then you're not watching them close enough. I think that shooting hard is obviously part of their game. But like, I don't understand. Like, they have defensive and attack ideas that are better than most teams.
On here as well. So previously that
We have a fundamental difference about the way that Valorant should be played if he thinks that their style only works if you shoot hard. I would argue their style allows them to shoot hard. It puts you in a position to shoot hard. Shouldn't that be part of anyone's game? Yeah, but what he, like, the implication I have there, if I'm reading it correctly, and I might not be because it's secondhand, is if that makes his style only works because they shoot hard, which is, I think,
He's got the spike on him and he's
not true.
I mean, not vulnerable there really, but he could get isolated and already.
Okay.
I mean, not vulnerable.
Bonus round, mates. Mini takes the timing out. Guys, but at this level, if you're not shooting hard, you're going to get stomped no matter what, right? Yeah, but that's not what, like, you can read between the lines, right? What he's trying to say. He's saying that if they do shoot hard, harder than other teams, and they will lose when they don't shoot harder than other teams, i.e. a global event, because he thinks their style doesn't work as well without them relying on their firepower. He's saying they rely on their firepower. It's not difficult. Okay, Mini takes the timing because he's on anti-bonus. I don't hate it. He gets killed and not rewarded for it, but it's anti-bonus. It's bonus round, so it's whatever. Taking that risk early in the game, I think, sets the tone. We have full. Okay, look at the decision making. 5v4. We have got full B long info. Where can the attack side be right now? They can be here and here. So what do? We decide to push into the potential stack. It's honestly dreadful. If I was in the coach booth right now, I'd call the timeout right now and sub myself in. I'm joking, but it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Very pacey decision here from the other side of the map. Capitalize on this Chichu now locked out of sight. The sheriff to hand. Capitalize on this Chichu now.
Smoking are off. So usually the decision here is, do we go here or here? Them smoking out off means that they probably want to go here. We could see that maybe with this ping.
To hand, Starzo, a tap on the spike will probably draw him closer in the smoke.
So they do put pressure on the back. They're kind of awkwardly playing everyone on site, which is fine, I guess, with the gun advantage or the player advantage.
Outside B, because Mini, again, yes, that's why I said a map where you can find a lot of space in terms of lurking, but Chichu has a solid hold on.
I don't know if it's an ego issue or an intellect. I don't know what it is with Kong Kong. He's always had this thing where it feels like he thinks he needs to win the round when he doesn't. There was a period in which Durka was playing more passive, and he was a Durka fan. And I think he said to us that, like, he started playing more passive because Durka had started playing more passive in 2023. I don't really know what that meant, like, tangibly. But I hope in the positions like that, it meant that he was just not peeking like an idiot. Like,
basically pulling the pin out in terms of mid-rounding for Starzo.
What proportions do you think tier 2 players should be playing and watching the game? Your life should probably be Valorant if you're trying to make it as a pro, and so, like, you watch the best teams possible play as much as you can with the spare time you have, and then you play the game for the rest.
And we go again. You already noted that B engage, that B brawl.
This is good though from Mate, showing presence here early.
CB gonna have to respect that and fall away, leaving just one.
Watching my VOD reviews would give a very specific perspective, but, like, I think that you wouldn't want to do it, like, if you're a tier 2 pro. Like, there's other, like, if you're a tier 2 pro, you're looking mostly at your own. If you're a Killjoy player, you're watching Killjoy most of the time, and then you're also trying to figure out the big map stuff. Players aren't necessarily the best at macro. It's like they need to get a little bit of that in them, though. They need to get a little bit of macro understanding, and then a lot of the micro. There's so many things I don't know about micro that I would ask a player about. Like, and on the flip side, they should probably be asking their coaches about macro stuff. I think the last time I watched a Valorant game with a pro, I was watching it with, I was at the in EMEA last year, and I was sat next to Kayak watching, and like there was like a Euro ult situation, and I just asked Kayak like, well, what would you do there? Like, could he ult that? And he just told me his answer, and I was just like, well, that's like kind of like relationship you want with your players. Like, they should know their role better than you know their role, and you should be able to ask them, you know, what is that ult good or not, and they should be able to have an opinion on it. You should have a sense for if it's good or not, and if you think something's wrong. They should know the micro decision making better than you, and you should know the macro decision better than them, in my opinion. So if they spend all their time watching your VODs, then they probably my VODs have probably missed the point a little bit. I think IGL's watching. Yeah, IGL's need macro. Yeah, IGL's watching would make sense. Like, it's no surprise to me that someone like Flyo I catch watching. Did I catch him watching another stream? No, I don't know. I feel like Flyo is the kind of person who he did the desk in the EMEA, and you could feel the amount he cared about watching the games from that perspective, you know.
Back down on pistols, but Kung does have his ultimate already here in round 5.
And does he get a chance to do much with it? Nobody that's ambitious, as Kung's killed Beepo, and he's gone away, and now there's 3 players here.
That's not how you'd expect that to pan out. Available, and he gets the classic kill regardless when it looks like mates have.
Do you think as a team it makes more sense to review without seeing the enemy so you can focus on your gameplay? No, a good coach will be able to. A good coach doesn't get influenced by hindsight. And having actually the full map perspective for once, because 99% of the time you're VOD reviewing without enemy perspective, because VOD reviews you're doing it, you don't get, you have fog of war on your in scrims, obviously. So being able to review without fog of war is actually very useful, and kind of like makes you rethink some situations. It might be hindsighting to some degree, but at the same time, it's like, oh, we thought this thing was good, but this team seems to actually be always in position to deal with it. And so you have to kind of admit as a coach or IGO that maybe there is something wrong if you're in positions that keep fucking up or something. So I think Fog of War is pretty good. Generally speaking, we wouldn't pay too much attention, but obviously if there was like a big, like, oh my god, they keep fucking us over here, like, we would obviously be able to inspect it a little bit better. And then sometimes it would also give us a perspective on like, okay, they did actually get a bit lucky there, so we don't really need to, like, it was actually just luck that what lost us the round or something, you know. It's more helpful. What on earth is nobody doing there? I mean, Bipper doesn't need to dash in anti-eco. Very stupid. It's a nice position.
Astonished if he gets away with it. Oh my god. CB is on an absolute position.
Oh, I got 2. He fucking went for quick shots there, man. Yeah, that's very super rare for mates. I honestly think this all starts because Bippo does the I had this thing with Durka where I said if you use satchels on an anti-eco, I'll be annoyed, basically. Like, I basically just told him to stop using his satchels anti-eco. This is the equivalent of using a satchel on an anti-eco. Just dashing in for no reason. Anti-eco, we just stay together as a unit. We use our range together and we trade easily. At any point, if you're going in deep in a way that like you can't be traded, then you're probably going to lose the round. I don't care about this situation. I care about this. This is the domino effect. I kind of accept sometimes that not clearing your corners is gonna happen. Like, I think the players should, and it should be ingrained, and they should be told off when they don't check corners. But ultimately, this is the bigger mistake than the lapse of concentration that happens here.
Beepo, throw it at the wall and see what sticks. The Seas does nothing, and Beepo shreds them. Look at that utility on the assist towards Kung Kung.
I think it's like this is far more like this thing was far more like trainable. I think this is far more trainable. Telling players to check their corners is less trainable. It's like yeah. There are certain positions in which you want them to become like this is another one where mates. You remember on Haven when they were crossing the Haven window, and they got killed here, but Kung Kung got 2. This has now just become another scarred memory where they now will never do that again and check. Ideally, you get through, you win every game with some scars, and then those scars become things that you can like never lose to ever again. Yoru, Astro, they always convert these. What did he actually do here? He came out the left side and went back into the right side? That's crazy. It doesn't matter what ult it is, my team makes the right decision every time, it feels like.
So funny to see as well, nobody capitalizes against your plan. This opener set up perfectly from Starzo and Glyph. Great, missing. We have Starzo's ult here. On the other side, EDG starting to stack up. Only missing Chichu and Nobody is not really there.
I just feel like the one that finally puts it into more of a stand. So much danger to them, even in this lighter purchase. This could be the one that finally puts it into more of a standardized rhythm.
It looks like an A hit where we're gonna crunch art maybe, but then CB your odds.
They're putting a lot to this. Kung Kung takes a walk. Glyph gets noted, but Mini I think goes unchecked. So he might be able to keep this secure. He does. Takes away Kung Kung. That's the big threat that was kind of lingering behind. Somewhat given it.
If the insert A can hear all the noise, fake here. I like M8s' mid random when it comes to like a lot of these ideas. As I say that, nobody gets to the judge. Wait, stars are just... Oh, it's Glyph. What could they have done better here? I think finishing through a main Choco Antique is probably not the wisest. Without an entry piece of util. There isn't much time here.
Yeah, this is still scary. Nobody's not moving. Nobody doesn't have to. This could be a disaster.
The timing here is crazy because, like, reasonably speaking, there should be someone here right now. Is what Bippo's thinking, but he's gone just half a second too early. This is actually nice bait, but nobody is here ready to shoot, and so it's like too easy. Like this next player is here whilst he's died here. Like it's too just the tiniest of mistake there from Bippo. Yeah, just timing. He felt like he had to accelerate because the time was low though, so I can understand. Like the call was so late. And then they put pressure here to get. I like the idea again of the like timing here. Nobody actually just owns it. It's a nice stun. Killjoy ult retake. Oh, this is CB's fake clone thing, right? I like the fake clone thing where you actually... Wait, aren't you supposed to like put this one out so it feels like so they hear the steps in the weird way?
surprised at that. I thought maybe they'd want to. Just don't feel like they have the solution yet. So we're gonna learn.
What does CB do?
Close skill.
Nothing.
Waiting on the.
Again, yeah. The Killjoy just stays. Yeah, it's not. There's still a lot of issues with EDG's defense that mates could be
other
abusing, but
side. The one slows down the initial hit. He's still got room to play, and you see that temptation there. They are going to try and scale through. Kung waiting with, I believe, a shorty there as well, just in case anyone dares come closer. It was nobody to try and be brave.
I mean, just go away. If their A-hold is flooding through smokes, this instead of accepting the fact that we have art control and CT control right here, I think that EDG, I would just keep going A if I was mates.
Just in case anyone dares come closer. It was nobody to try and be brave.
If they want to feed us kills like that on A every time, then I go A every round.
But for now, Smoggy
Going to be given a chance just yet. It's about.
sadly in time. But Mate's very directed approach. Nicely done to kind of ward away Kung from that. He was unable to really get in.
How do you think EDG compares to previous years with Coach Autumn now? I can't compare EDG to previous years because I literally didn't pay attention to them last year. And I didn't finally watch their... I don't remember... Like, I was coaching in 2024 and we got knocked out of champs. I went home and chilled. I didn't go back and watch EDG's game particularly closely. I remember being impressed with their defense reactivity and proactivity. But we're talking 2024, like it's a long time ago at this point. Yeah. I remember thinking Simon was doing very well to set up people, but it was a different meta back then. It wasn't really double Judas meta either, from what I remember. They still lose anti-eco obviously, so I haven't so I haven't seen much change in that regard. Yeah, but you could say the same about Paper X. And people like Paper X. This game is mates being mates. Not being the best version of mates, but like playing like mates doing some good mate stuff. And EDG just being EDG. Like, it's... I thought this game was going to be quite close. I thought that mates would win. Will I vote review XLG NRG 2? I can see. I might flick through it because it was a quick game. But I need to prepare for tomorrow's VOD review because I've not eaten it. I just woke up and started streaming. I've not eaten anything. I need to prepare for tomorrow. This is one of the things, like, they love... I guess against Cypher Cage, it's kind of hard to play up here, but I don't think China ever plays up aggressive. It's weird. They love pillar.
CB, sorry to post up here on the back of that TP.
Eyes above. Depot could be a problem spot.
Yeah, so they see this guy and presume there's no op, I guess, because usually it's Yoru opping. And that's a mistake, because Kankan's just gonna do shit like that. Asher ult used there was pretty big, because they obviously can combine those ults.
That's not to say that Martin's ult isn't within some of their set pieces.
Two players.
I watched a bit of the mates get at the NRG game, and it just looked like NRG. NRG is one of the most fundamentally sound teams in the world with great players, great structure, and when you play against a team that you're much better than, that's what happens. Like, a Sova using ult as if he's playing against a Sova, not a fade. Like, obviously Sova in this moment with drone would be stood still in the ult and it'd be a free ult, but for some reason we're trying to ult a fade, which obviously doesn't work very well. We don't even bother going for it, we just go for the fucking cage. Nice deep line. The way EDG use their Sentinel utility with their Yoru, I think is crazy. Like, even when they do a nice idea, which is here, like putting a deep alarm bot, it feels even inefficient when they're doing this. It's like a really nice idea with the Yoru here, really nice idea with the alarm bot. but like both together don't really capitalize on each other, if that makes sense. It's like if they come here, like we might get the shot off and then maybe they run away and then we can leave our alarm bot, maybe. It's like what we're hoping for. But in general, it just feels like we double up our Sentinel utility with our Yoru constantly. Like right now, this Yoru could be chilling anywhere else on the map, going for an aggressive pick. Because of that alarm bot almost. Or, on the flip side, the alarm bot could be doing something else on the map because the Yoru's got a deep line.
Very preemptive.
Oh, it's a rifle setup though. I don't hate it as a rifle setup. Okay, that makes sense. So the alarm bot gets triggered and he gets to use it like a rifle. If this was an op setup, I don't like it at all. But rifle setup, I actually kind of like the idea. It works as a bit, yeah. I like it. I like it with the rifle. Heavy art. Where does this TP go, by the way? Bro, Yoru is just... Okay. Okay. Bippo's doing that thing again. Mistake here from Bippo. Why is he running in? Look at where our team... Well, look at where his trade fragger is. I think Bippo's making a mistake. And then it baits Martin to try and kill Chichu, and he doesn't. Yeah. If they just played that slow and methodical, they... There's one thing that... Who was I saying it about? Who was I saying it about? All they do is they stay alive. They just stay alive. They'll never in... And then they'll just, like... win the round. I can't remember. Aspas? I think it was a team I was talking about, that they just stay alive as a team. They're never just in... I think it might be MIBR. Like, mates are doing a lot of, like, the opposite. I don't know. Maybe BBL? Maybe BBL. Yeah, BBL, I think it might be. In these situations, do you think people in CB spots should always hold map and keep that strong control as they're running back? I don't think always, but here, if I'm Yoru here, I'm not running this way. I'm keeping this forward control. I think him running back here is a mistake. He's got alarm bot though. If I was him, I would have taken a timing peek onto main. Maybe, or just kept my baits up. But then he's fully fucked by Fade here, so he accidentally makes the right decision. He whiffs though, very hard. Wait, what's nobody doing? So Chichu, we sell him now. We're in a 5v4. You're gonna be in a 5v3. Chichu immediately goes for another re-peek instead of just surviving. Nobody goes for a peek instead of surviving. They don't know how to survive. They truly don't know how to survive. Like, I think a great player here... Chichu is a great player, but like... I would expect a great player here to, after getting a ludicrous 5v3, what I'd love to see here... CP's alive? Just go this way. They're safe. Instead, immediately re-peek on low HP. Low HP, staying alive is the most valuable thing you can do. If you could, like, there's very specific situations where dying is the correct decision, but it's not here. It's not here. He thinks he's about to get crunched? I don't think he thinks so. If he thought he's about to get crunched in the way he, like, his aim... he does actually. But how can he think he's getting, like... If you think you're about to get crunched, you don't wide swing into fucking aim it into you can you just I hate doing this. You just spin around and hold this angle right here. And then it's clear, you see nobody's here, and then you run back this way. It's not deep. He actively goes for that duel. I don't accept it.
Messy at times. Chichu, I mean.
Side A, and the best he can do is.
I don't think he meant crunch from A-main. I think he meant. I thought you meant like he's getting more pressure from here. He kills Martin, and then he thought he was.
Just ahead of default, but falls short massively. And the buy is broken at EDG.
Yeah, he didn't even use nobody's crossfire.
CB on the walkabout though.
It's crazy, man.
Seen CB get this close before, and well, it's
Kind of interesting idea with the shotgun.
He's insane.
I'm surprised he got so much done, but no sound on the stinger. This is tough, and I think he's going to be noted on the prowler at bare minimum. He is. It is a tying up the score line. Not done yet. Got up.
Sorry, kind of just skipped ahead.
Now,
rounds in terms of. Said there was some of the comfortable macro that they'd employed back in the EMEA.
A-main clear.
Pistol round here, posted up deep.
They just always have a good pistol. It looks better than what it is. Like, this is technically irrelevant. It's going to be two people holding a... Considering we've got A-main here, there's no star to help them. It's a little bit dodgy. I would like to see a star placed to help them. And they push out. This is kind of... Okay. Cool. One-way cage. Nice. I think this player can start just going this way. Get these two on a deeper line. Just have this guy start going this way. These two are having to make plays, which is weird. Could easily just be traded out. Yeah, 3v3 now. I think I keep saying it. Just get this player over to here, watching here, and then have these two just like playing around the site. And then you can have your two in A-main just chilling, like one watching this way, one watching like this way. As soon as there's contact over here, these two just push for flank.
And Chichu is in a mad spot as well.
It's nice from EDG though. And this re-lurk is really nice from Chichu.
Smoggy just watching for the flank because Beepo's going to find CB. Where is Chichu in this? Finally gets to the plants. Not exactly ideal to try and defend, but suddenly Spring.
Yeah, nice from Chichu. This is another anti-eco thing right here. I don't understand. Like, if you're gonna send a scout out, you send the scout out when you're ready to go somewhere. They're not ready to go anywhere, so don't send your scout out. So they see a trap set up, so they just go B shortly.
Mini, do you get one? Oh my god, Mini, no way. Oh, he's still got one, hold on. Is this is not another round 2 flip, is it? It's a 4v3. They don't quite have the spike.
They need to delay for the neon lurk. They need to, yeah, put stars down. Don't tap spike around about, as soon as this lurk starts going, tap spike.
Spikes on, smokes are up. They can try and get the plant.
I would have tapped spike there. Maybe it's easy for me to say that though.
Sacrificial Beepo allows for the trade. Kung, Spoggy, can you save the day now? A 1v2, and oh my god, we've been here before. He's watching, shouldering. Kung's got his work cut out now here.
I would put a fast lane immediately across the site. And then I'd reposition back this way probably.
Overcome. 2 to be precise.
Why didn't he fast lane? Close.
I gotta say it, back in the driving seat.
Very passive on B. And then aggression on A, but it's a fade neon only. So they baited a lot of you. So recon, stun, Astra, stun, Kankan might even
Yeah,
slide.
those sort
No.
of losses, those sort
So a
of
lot of Uto used already, just because they put a little bit of forward pressure, I feel like.
fumbles. EDG.
Mates take this any day of the week. Look at them. Look at comparison. Watch how they'll play this back A site compared to how EDG do. I guarantee it's good.
Correct. Make up. Oh.
Okay, I mean, Starzo does run out,
Those.
but he's got a nice little angle.
Oh, you'll get a couple more of those.
It's not just sat back sight like in
There is
Lemon.
no access over here. Ace. And if, I think
It's not the best example, but I had faith mates would crush that.
To the blender here, the flash not even catching.
And he's quick. No timeouts, nothing yet.
Weird how they're playing.
Stinger in hand though for no.
I like how they don't really even respect middle. It's kind of cool. So they basically have both extremities. Because they got this so deep, my team will stay around pillar probably. It won't push up.
Gonna have quite the same efficacy. Well, unless he lands a shot. Not gonna happen. CB gonna power forward.
I think given the forward position here and our gun, I wouldn't hate him just playing a bit more passive, honestly. For them.
Power forward nevertheless.
I would have gone for like an off angle. I wouldn't have gone for like... This off angle is too obvious, I think. And with all this control, I wouldn't go for a re-push A. Either.
Now Starzo caught, just drifted, getting bigger, poised outside B.
Utility starting to be cleared. Still has a bit to play with. Aldrone gonna come through, and there he is. And he's still got two! Mini holding the line, making something out of what felt like nothing. And this is where you're getting frustrated with that utility. It showed it. This
Nice for mids. I mean, EDG just don't wait the half second they needed to with the drone.
Find double digits and also force EDG into the danger zone.
Oh my god.
Fight on B long. Weird idea on anti-eco.
I don't think is gonna spot them. Yeah, they have no idea. Chichu's gonna take away Beepo. This is now gonna
Yeah, a little bit unnecessary of an anti-eco.
To give EDG.
Oh, that's nice. Martin's creativity is nice.
Still around backside. Still trying to work his way through. By now drop. They're trying to clear back on this. Dives back in. It's all on. This all gets a bit sketchy. Glyph dives back in.
Glyph's aim is weird.
This all gets a bit sketchy. Glyph dives back in.
Bit messy.
But again, Glyph, nice to see all about these rounds. Hello, you're pushing spawn. Yeah, turn this.
Yoru flash was used like that, right? Quite cool. The reveal was a bit late. And then immediately Yoru TP this way. Astra's in position. 3-man hold on B for the reaction. Really nice round from mids. We got mini with the op because we're going for aggression at A. It's a beautiful round. It's a beautiful round. It's the kind of round that I would like to have in my playbook. It's lovely.
Feels like around the bike. This all curious, but also somewhat maybe subverting expectations.
I don't really understand why Starzo needs the op though.
Great performances. Now we go back.
It feels like a bit overcooked in a sense, but 3B long don't necessarily need the op. I don't know. I would just have the op. I want the op here. Use the cross map TP, set someone up deep. Do you think they set up the op on the Starzo mini as an answer for the other teams expecting Martin on it? No. Last round, they could not have had the op anywhere else. You know? Martin last round was here, throwing a flash. They had a Neon pushing here. If they don't have the AWP on this side of the map, they're inting. Like, you know, there was no other place the AWP could be that would be effective in the start of the round. If they didn't have the AWP on mini this side of the map, I probably would have flamed. Like, it was good, but like it was the logical conclusion of your setup, you know? This isn't the logical conclusion of any setup here. This is just Starzo wants to get a pick on middle, I think. And I want to go for B main, like, stuff. Or maybe Martin's like, I don't want to play sniper around here. But I don't know. I would prefer the sniper at this side of the map right now.
Again, the read is correct. They said Mini moving a setup here is what's most indicative.
Like, the sniper could have done stuff here and could already be here anyway.
So telling, isn't it?
So, I know. The only difference is we wouldn't have been able to do this stuff, right?
We'll be splitting the side,
Which was
so
okay idea, but
mates aren't gonna have a
maybe
comfy
slightly
fight one way or the
overcooked.
other.
No, and you can feel how heavy these steps are landing towards site. It doesn't feel comfortable. The information's there, the utility's there, the bodies are there, but they're getting no breakthrough. Chichu wants to put the ult down, give him maybe a way to work in, but this is not ideal. And look at Mini. Oh, speak about confidence. This man is audacious in how they're working this.
Even when they, so mates are very cognizant of the idea that they can play really far back on this ace site and usually win rounds. But in the rounds in which they actually do silly things and like take angles, they take them really nicely, it looks like. Like, the amount of layered util there to keep Mini in this position is crazy. Suck, Prowler, Smoke, Cage, Prowler, Re-Smoke.
And look at Mini. Oh,
Got a pace here from Kung Kung, but
So after seeing middles free last round, we now see a push. Look how many times, I think you could probably, if I was doing desk in EMEA, it might be a fake narrative, but I'd be looking at the amount of times mates do something on the map, notice that it is clear, and then the next round push it. This round, the last round, Starzo noticed that mid is clear, next round they push it. On Haven, they put the camera deep sea, notice there's just one player who's like breaking it and then go and push it, you know? It's either clear or like an opportunity for a pick. It's like, I don't know if it is working like that, but Starzo's in this push, so like, might have said they could do it.
they're starting to get more and more in their face, being a little bit tricky, taking more risks. Beepo going deeper, pinning Kung Kung to the ground as taking more risks. Beepo going deeper, pinning Kung Kung to the ground as Martin gonna find another. It's looking all.
There's no door towards big
walking to pick left.
So
what do you mean? Nobody. Martin coming down. CV looking for an.
The Euro ult again. Okay, really nice from mid to the end there. Some glimpses of mates playing as well as what they can do with some of those little rounds. That defense was quite nice. What are all these? Oh, Santiago. Okay, let's quickly look at some NRG. Very quickly. I think what I might do is how should I watch this? Let me see if it's worth watching NRG here. Or if it's worth just doing some XOG analysis. They have 1A. They're about to get hit by 5 people. They're completely in already. The flood is too late. But Nomad gets 2. He almost got 3. He should have got 3. Yeah, they won this round, right? I remember watching this. NRG just win the duels. So they should never win that round after the Noman's. A into A, A into A. Now we start with Killjoy A. Stack B.
tight angles being held over towards B.
I think what was I gonna say? I don't know. XLG picking Abyss is crazy. The only reason I could see them picking Abyss is if they thought they were gonna pick Haven. Like if XLG were gonna pick Haven and like fuck it, they picked out Haven. I think there needs to be a bit of a discussion about XLG sometimes picking their opponent's best map or one of their best maps. I mean, I don't really. What could XLG have picked here? To be fair, I don't even know what they could have picked. Bind or split, I guess. Yeah, maybe they should have. It's hindsighting, but
Again, the KJ over on A, so something a little bit different.
yeah, I mean they're gonna bounce something. I didn't say they could pick it. I'm just saying that there's two maps that they could have picked.
Be the guy over on C. Try to be that annoying Viper.
I don't like. I already don't like this. Feels very bunkered. Like you remember the line? XLG just playing that line. Should I just do that instead this game? Should I just draw the line every round? They do have a deeper line here, but it's a shorter. It's an eco. Oh, some. But they're not playing Euros, so now they can't get to C in time. So they see some aggression A main. They've anti-stratted and know that this means that they can go C. Like, that's what it looks like. It looks like, oh, look, they've actually done some noise here. Instead of, like, if you look at the other rounds, they've not conditioned this. XRG haven't conditioned this heavy Utah. And so Ethan sees it and just says, let's go C. That's why this defensive conditioning stuff I was talking about on Plat Chat is so important. As soon as you're placing an IGL with half a brain, bang. We go and see, bro. Oh, look, you've only got 2 players there. And you've used the bad wall, you can't even hold your site anymore because you're playing back site with no utility. I just changed which team. We just finished the M8s VOD. I'm gonna go soon. I don't think I'm gonna watch much of this. I don't think it's gonna give us much. I don't wanna undersell how good NRG are, because I think that they're really strong fundamentally, but I don't think this is the game we should be watching. Like, if this team is as good as this, like, I want to watch them in a good game. They do actually take deep control, and then they do play around. They're not playing like they would with the Viper Orb. It's kind of funny. Like, usually Viper Orb here when you play it deeper.
Sending the drone forward as the spam does continue. Don't get broken before it's able to really spot out anything, but it doesn't matter for Mana. He just continues to go sprinting forward, but Happy Way.
Okay. So they do play. Okay, should be an easy round. Mada faking sewers control. I'm sorry. That's alarm to pay my rent. Happy Way actually makes a ballsy play. So this is the first like beyond the line kind of play I've seen them do in a while. And it's a nice, I think it's with the Viper wall. I want to see that in the replay. Oh, actually, you can see it here. The Viper was positioned in such a way that he can see into window as like a timing peak, which is kind of cool. Maybe you should go pay rent then. Okay,
The heroes
I
maybe
will
starting
do
to
that.
come alive for XLG.
The alarm is PTSD. This might be the worst day one choices. I already watched the other game though. There used to be my alarm for college was the same alarm as one of the school. Like I went to like 2 different schools for college, and like one of the colleges had an alarm that was the same as my waking up alarm. And I used to have like 3 hours sleep every night because I played Counter Strike till God knows what time. And yeah, the physical shock that the alarm gave me, thinking that it was my waking up alarm every single day, was like pure madness.
Tiger is making some
Okay.
just third, but count hitting the stuff.
Two rounds in a row is enough for Bunker to attack, which he's a very aggressive attacker. Let's rush C. Let's rush A with the Killjoy ult. Okay, we got Killjoy ult, we just set up the A. XLG had no response to this. Coming out of a timeout, you'd expect it to be obvious that the Killjoy ult is what they're going to be using. This is the most common strat. What is the reaction? 2-1-2. No flank. Fast flood in though. The fast flood in was almost fine. I think the fast flood in is only acceptable here because NRG takes so long to get the plant down. I would try and get the plant started at least by the time the ult is ending. So like I want the plant to be starting about now ideally. They kind of wait a little bit, drone out long, they're a bit more methodical. And realistically, they can't flood too quickly with this ult. But as a general rule, I'm trying to get the plant down before it ends. Or plant started before it ends. Because now we start plant. This drone could easily have tagged Ethan delay. They come in to the site. And he's still planting, which means we're down 1 man right now. So NRG do well, but could have min-maxed a little bit more.
Never able to catch that player who had gotten ping revealed out.
I set up a morning alarm on Sunday so that I can get up and turn it off and feel like I'm skipping work. That is what someone called me on the spectrum in the past few streams. That is some neuro non-typical behavior right there.
Playing in spawn, just waiting for the commit from NRG to pop his ult and maybe play kind of like a counter execute to see if they can shut down.
Brock likely to get thrown forward in the garage, not going to be checking around the B site. Sending that through, will get the spot on to Happyway.
I said it to my friends on TeamSpeak yesterday. I was saying like all the boys should be doing an autism test. All of us need to do one. Let's see how many people on TeamSpeak actually have autism.
It's been relatively disciplined here from Leo. Still has the drone, still has his recon dart. The job done.
30 seconds left.
Relay not going to be clipping. In the meantime, NRG poking and prodding, trying to speed them in. It comes. Check bot, head over to XL
from Leo.
They're just always one step behind. NRG gets just to do what they want. If I'm this team, I expected them to change this comp. I don't think they're the best at playing these comps. Just play double duelist. Play double duelist and go aggressive. Get into deep space. Do things on the map. Okay, I'm gonna go next map. I'm gonna go next map quickly just to see. I think that defense is really hard on this map, so I appreciate both teams struggling there. Hey, I saw. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I think that. Yeah, you the chamber one trick, right? I saw. You must be loving this meta. Abyss. I like I like the fact that NRG are one of the few teams that actually abused the Viper on this map. I think that there's a lot of comps on this map that I think are just like not that strong. I think that this is one of them. I think that Viper is way more interesting than playing double orb smoke. And then because they don't like playing double duelist, this ends up becoming a Teo basically. And I think Teo is strong. It's just that like it suits NRG, you know. This should just be a duelist for other teams though, probably. Yeah, let's just quickly have a look and then I'm gonna go. Would you have thought comeback would have played a lot this kickoff? I don't think. Surprisingly, I thought teams would be understanding that. I knew that double duelist would have been the double duelist where you don't play a chamber. I think I expect it to be the most common answer to this matter for most teams, and I was hoping some of the smarter teams would understand that chamber would be really strong. I didn't think it was going to have to be that smart, but apparently like nobody likes chamber apart from like 1 or 2 teams. So I don't know. I expected more chamber. I don't know specifically in that team if it's an answer they can give for stage 1, but it's not. It was not necessarily the only thing they could have tried for kickoff.
They're even better. You would think. We'll have to wait and see, but some info. They're even better.
Raga's just peeking and dying.
We'll have to wait and see, but some info.
Raga able to find a kill before getting taken down. Quick little trade, and Scuba able to go ahead and expound on here. Looking to go. Scuba gonna be.
So some of the things that I would expect from XRG looking at this comp would be there's no Sentinel. There's overwhelming utility, but it's only a waylay. So they got 2 options. First option is trying to establish flanks because there's no Sentinel. The second option, and then they have very good post plant with Shocks, Salvo, Spit, Orb. It's very strong post plant. The second option is trying to figure out where the gaps are in the exec because it's only a waylay dashing in. I don't know if that's possible. I've not like obviously studied NRG's game, but like that would be another approach that they could go for. I quickly just watch NRG's attack scaling and stuff quickly because I'm more interested in their defense. They do this wall to try and take. It gives them the ability to re-clear a main. It's not. I don't know what wall I would use on attack. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like the most valuable wall of all time, is the way I'd phrase it. But it does mean they don't really need to put that much pressure on a main, so I can see the usage. I don't love, they can kind of, it feels a bit awkward to come in here and actually use this part of them. So deep reveal. Just this smoke. You remember the other day we were kind of discussing the double smoke versus single smoke comps and like how you take middle. I want to see NRG if they continue to just do this with recon, because I think if you scale middle properly, I don't think it's that dangerous to just walk up middle. I know it's anti-eco, so it looks like it's fine here. Like you're not gonna get ults or anything. But... So they see the push here. And they go here. I'm just speedrunning the attack. I'm sorry if you're not keeping up. So they use this smoke now to protect themselves.
And it is something that NRG is really good at, is making you so uncomfortable in vent.
Still that down.
They have all of the lines that like the attack should have.
On the timing there, I don't even think Raga had really made any noise. Lurking around this mid position.
They use 2 smokes from middle though, in that way. Kiko, you saw he was gonna TP up if nothing come here, and then they're gonna like play an A split probably. Which is kind of interesting. I like the reaction here to go a little bit more aggressive. I think you keep this line and where they should start pushing. It's nice. This guy should be going backwards, man. Go, 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 go. Why?
Seems like Scuba about to check back in for this one, but eyes are tied to the wrong angle. Lysor at the same time.
Okay. Should be an easy round for XOG. Mid push coming in as a reaction to the no senti. Obviously, usually Sentinels will put utility here, but XRG can abuse that, which is quite nice. Oh, I watched this round actually. Drone was B. They drone back, and then Brock does Brock things. Kind of nuts. Like XRG there, if they played the better round, to be honest. Free orb every single round, it looks like for Noman. I want to see them put pressure on disrespect this wall a little bit. The B holds looked sus so far. And then this position is useless on the map.
Both Hunter's Furies in play, but Ethan also has the Armageddon. And that's going to be blue. Now they're looking again towards
the Blog's hands as Armageddon pushing him away from that connector side. Away they go up and over, and Raga on the peak is able to find one happy way.
Well, they do flood in quite nicely. The Omen ult value actually works here. Omen's able to ult in time for 4-man flood.
Pushing him away from that connector side. Away they go up and over, and Raga on the peak is able to find one happy way. Similarly, kills,
and still they go down to a 2v2.
Considering going for the dash to try to close the gap. Stealth drone sent out around the opposite side. There's the push coming through. Brock a little bit too late to try to save his IGL's life. Let's bring it out into a 1v1. Both Sovas to try to play this out. Recon available for the side of Leo. It will just be the drone
nice drone.
over the top. The shot unable to be found. Recon gets the spot. The push coming in. Shocker to try to soften up into the spray down. Brock.
Nice drone from Brock. Timeout, which is eco. Tag pulls. A main aggression now. Instant reclear with drone. Fuck me. Yeah. It's over. Right, let me go to NRG's defense. Let me see what they do on defense quickly. Has 2 UK players in each team, and none of them are in EU. 2 UK players on each team? Oh, you mean like 1 on each team, right? I think.
Get Mata into position, shut you down from time to time, but here, a little bit of an interesting start. 2-2-1 on the defender, shut you down from time to
They do this Viper Wall. This Viper Wall doesn't really... I don't really like this Viper Wall. Let me have a look. I feel like this segment of the wall is not... I wonder how helpful it is. Like, ideally you want a wall where you can help push this way, but this wouldn't allow you to. You can stand here and escape. You can't escape because they can still see you. The only thing I can think of is like when you rotate this way, you're more safe, but you're not because a player can still stand here and look at you. I think. So I don't really love this unless they show me a reason why. I'd rather it there, I think, if I was doing it that way. But the same wall, I think, is just better pushed down, I think. Could be wrong.
time, but here, a little bit of an interesting start. 2-2-1 on the defender side for NRG. You can see that anybody just going to commit. 5-man stack in Kiko's direction, but the players are already this way.
No man is Welsh. I mean, British. I know that other countries hate England a lot, but we are unfortunately tied to the same island.
But the players are already leaning this way for NRG.
nearby to try to slow this up. Potentially coming through, and Kiko going to be caught there. No man, he's forward into the smoke, and Raga able to find Mana at the same time.
Sorry, so just flood.
Try to slow this up.
TP into smoke. Where, yeah. It's a cute idea from Kiko to TP in. But it's Jova. If I ever saw this Viper wall, it means that Viper's stacking inside the map, it looks like.
Side to create some chaos. Scuba behind the mark there, clearing the drone. So,
but they try to delay.
Go to my
dash, going through, refract, just back out. While Scuba seeing the TP, anticipate that Lightsword's going to be there.
Viper was delayed quite nicely, but Scuba has to go nuclear, and it's not delayed long enough. What's the setup here? Hard holding B weak side whilst our team are on the furthest point on the other side of the map. Where's our Viper orb? Where is our Viper orb? I hate the fucking UI. Do I support a football team? No. I used to support Manchester United when I was a kid. When I was like 4 up onwards. But I don't care about football.
They overstack the default side of the site. Scaling us Ethan that we have in Valorant. He's one of the best big game players on top of it.
Taking that back.
Too true. Well, now bit of a high-low. Not here on the corner. Will be the dimensional drift out.
Full reclear middle.
Spot them both. Be a quick little fade away and a reposition. And Scuba now needing to hold his own. No man starting to scale, trying to go ahead and close the gap. And has been
B getting abused. The 2-man hold isn't strong enough. Immediate timeout from Bonkar, is that? But I like Bonkar is so aggressive with timeouts, it's insane. It's very strong. I think Bonkar's probably the best timeout coach potentially of all time, to be honest with you. I think my timeouts were much later, usually later than Bonkar's. Okay. It's just anti-eco though. Right, let's see what the adjustment is here from Bonkar. Adjustment is just waylay to flood. Teho to deny drone. And then we got Scuba ult now. Scuba can just ult reactively sight. Right? Just ult. Okay, never mind. Okay. I glazed him and it's not a very good adjustment. Like the other way round, I wouldn't hate. It's a full dive comp with needs a lot of utility to dive in. And then after the dive in, they got nothing. I would be more than happy to play for more of a retake or for a pre-pressure. I think the idea that we're going to hard hold, it is not working. I don't think that NRG are 100% the representation the guy chat said earlier. No shoot, no win. I don't think that macro is... I don't think it's... There's more things than macro. I think that macro is usually okay. I think it's their like strategic fundamentals is what I'm calling it. Like it's not the same as like... It's not the same as macro, but their actual fundamentals and strategic fundamentals are extremely strong. Like, I wouldn't say that the only reason they win is because they shoot. Like, that's kind of... That means that you think Bonkar's a bad coach. If you think that they only win because they shoot, you think Bonkar's a bad coach. And I think Bonkar's a very good coach who's kind of got this stuff down for them. I don't know where the Viper Orb is. Sometimes it's here, but I don't know. I think that they didn't have a Viper ult up ready, which is weird to me. This round was bad. This round was a poor round for NRG. Even though it came down to 1v1.
This is also where things get very chaotic. Both teams are one charge away from having full 5 ultimates online. Smata just cheating on this corner. If he swings out wider and wider, might be able to catch a glimpse here on the last one. Swings out wider and wider.
It's crazy watching a pro player POV, man. Like, he's 8 to 15, and he's like perfectly just yeah.
Spike will be recovered at the same time. Just top of the pocket, but they're not going to pursue deep enough.
Scuba not using ult again. They just don't use ult. They're not like Viper ult. I guess it's dangerous against Waylay. And Euro ult this round. Yeah, this round I probably wouldn't ult either, to be fair. Although getting out a Euro ult and shit is probably not the worst idea. You could make it messy still.
He gets stunned up here onto the corner, cannot get that crosshair swung around fast enough. Leo ends up falling. A 3v2 with 2 players down so very low. Just 50 health, now Brock down to 9. So much damage dealt. XLG should be well poised to close this out. Forward, but Brock somehow
there's no way. If NRG win this round, this scam. It is a scam. That's a scam. That's a scam. Yeah, NRG got some work to do on their defense, I think. Figuring stuff out.
Hit the catch, and we'll just have to use the double dash to get himself out towards safety. Up again at the same time. Called in to try to escort the board. Leo still able to win out for 1, so ends up there. Kiko traded out as well. Hit blooming from Scuba, immediately going to be abandoned as they rotate across towards tower. Learning where the spike had been dropped. Raga jumping up to his demise. Learning where this immediately going to be abandoned.
Viper ult was used on bridge.
Towards tower. On the beat himself out though.
Love these little bait and switch positions.
It's like a full retake set or something. I love it. It said he ran a sim with NRG Abyss or Haven versus every VCT team, and the result was 46 to 1. What the fuck is a sim? Is that?
Hit the catch, and we'll just have to use the double dash. Sight, the scale forward is there. Out as well.
Oh no, the mental.
Bala's law really coming in hot with the
to secure the round win, and now XLG need 4 rounds consecutively to the round win, and now XLG need 4 rounds consecutively to take this into overtime if they want to have a chance of getting us the Pearl, of getting
NRG's Haven, and is that even their best maps? I presume it is their stronger maps. I know these are very strong maps for them, but they don't strike me as a greatest of all time Abyss or Haven team.
NRG a decent victory here in their opening series.
Yeah, they got abused on B. I think XG could easily have won this map. The map pick of Abyss is strange, but I can see why now. I think if they should go to double Juice Haven, and then the XG actually, I think if XG played double Juice Haven, this series looks reasonable. I think this series looks reasonable.
A lot of early pressure. Here comes some of that mid from NRG.
Oh, he's just forward in the tower, looking for a catch with Brock, able to backpedal fast enough. Now
We
has
got
to
full A
really
site and
go.
we're going mid.
Never mind the tower, looking for a
Why
catch with
we
Brock.
got if the whole point of this waylay kind of stuff is that, like, if you want to do the BBL stuff, you can, but like if I'm dashing in like this, why did no man go
Looking for the
back?
response from NRG.
Oh, he's just forward in the tower, looking for a catch with Brock.
I think he should have kept this space and then they should have just went A, but
Able to back
it's easy for me to say. I can see there's no one A, but
no. Never mind the double face into mid. Kiko once again covering for his teammates, finds that kill.
yeah, okay. And I just kept people middle, which is a surprise because they thought that they were gonna rotate towards A. Okay. Right. I mean, I think the VODs tomorrow should be a little bit better. We got bangers today, so I think I'll struggle to get through them quickly tomorrow, and we'll actually spend all the time until we can to VOD review both the games. So yeah. Gemini AI. Okay. Right, anyway, we've got a lot of viewers though, so I appreciate you guys coming and watching. 622. I think this is the most I've had this year so far without a raid. Well, I had ISOT raid, I guess, but without like a 600 million raid, you know? Alright, so I appreciate you guys coming and joining, but I'm gonna save my energy and dump you somewhere else. Where should I dump you? Where do you want to go? Good luck one though, yeah, good luck today. Demur. I think I've rated Demur before. But why are the Americans already up playing? Or they just stayed up all night? I'm gonna raid Andrew. He's a nice guy. I've still with Champs, hung out with Champs a little bit. He's a Phoenix 1 trick. He's a nice guy. Right, alright, Andrew. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Preds for today. I think the better team's gonna win. See ya.